Today we're going to be talking about toilets. We're just going to go over the different parts and kind of how they operate and how to troubleshoot different things with them. So first off, how your toilet is actually sealed to the floor is we have two bolts that are going to be right here, and you have a pipe or a hole in your floor. And I'm not going to show this to you, but what happens is underneath where the water goes down, there is a wax ring that actually seals that to the floor. So if you ever have any water or anything like that coming out on the floor, that's a good indication that you have a bad wax ring, and that needs to be replaced. And to be able to replace that, you undo the two bolts on either side of your toilet, you pop your toilet up, and then you just replace that wax ring. Another thing that I want to point out is this shape in your toilet right there. Not all toilets are going to have that, or it's not going to be visible, but all toilets are going to have that, and that is actually going to be considered your S-trap. And that works the same way as the P-trap in your sink. The difference between a P-trap and an S-trap is a P-trap goes horizontally into the wall, where the S-trap will go straight down into the floor. All right, so then we come up to the top here, and we're going to take a look at the tank. And your tank can be grody from time to time. And just to show you how your tank operates and everything, is they all operate the same. The mechanism is a little bit different. Sometimes what they'll have is they'll have a little chain right here with a little flapper that comes up and down. For this, what happens is we lift this up. This is a little valve that pops up, and underneath there is a pipe that goes to flush the toilet so that the water can go from the tank down into the bowl. And most of the issues that we have with toilets is due to this system right here. We have this right here, which is the float. And 9 times out of 10, if you're having issues with your toilet, it's something messed up with the float, whether it's bent wrong or something broke off with it. And just how this operates is it's a little valve, and if I push it down, that means that there's no water going in, and it will fill water, and hopefully you can hear that. If we have it up, it'll stop the water from coming in. So I'll flush a toilet. And just for this exercise, what we're going to do is we are going to test the float. Nothing's broken with our toilet right now, but you can hear the water coming in. And if I lift this up, that water has stopped. So if I put it down, it'll take a little while, but you can see the water slowly coming up, and you can hear it coming up. And then we'll show you some other things once it's full. Another thing that we have issues with our toilets is the actual flapper. So, and that happens a lot more when you have just a chain on your handle here, going down to the flapper, and sometimes that doesn't make a decent seal. So if you have a toilet at home that's constantly running, so I'm going to push this down. If this were bent, or if you had a crack in your ball for your float or something like that, and your toilet was constantly running, what would happen is that means that that valve on the bottom is either not working, or something with your float's messed up. And when it's constantly running, we can see that there's water in here that's going down kind of a safety valve so that your toilet tank doesn't overflow.